Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. I'm TJ O'Connor. With me, as always, Damian the Wolverine Hill. Trash Talk is joined tonight by the Crippler, Coty Milhausens. But first, Trash Talk is brought to you, as always, by our sponsors, Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Shrinks Tattoo, Origin Wellness CBD, Spartan Martial Arts, the Striking Institute, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, the Fighters, and my mom. And Coty, thanks for taking the time to talk with us tonight. For the fans of the show that seen when we posted the birthday shout-outs yesterday, Coty had some big news. So I'm going to go ahead and just play the platform over to you.
Well, first to start, it's your guys' birthday yet. So, for a proper birthday, we need a proper shot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, cheers, brother.
I've got nothing to drink. I feel like a piece of shit.
What a fact, TJ.
Years. 2 years.
Yeah, hell yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, dude, it's been a crazy ride. I guess we first talked to you a year and a day or two ago, I think, or something like that, because it popped up on a fucking memory on Facebook.
Yep.
But yeah, man, you were announcing your retirement in the very first interview that we had with you, and now things have changed. What actually was going through your mind in this past year, making your return or deciding to come back? And how long were you out of the game before you started to get that itch?
Well, it's right away. I mean, I didn't want to. I didn't really want. I didn't want to retire.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, during that, I was not struggling financially, but it cost me so much because I lived so far away from any gym and get the proper training. And then with Joey moving up to St. Cloud, and I just kind of left myself. And there was a lot of factors that went into it. But a lot's changed here in the last year. New job. I'm in St. Cloud twice a week now, so it's not like I have to make the extra trip up to St. Cloud. Okay. Just started a new job, making a lot more money. That was the big thing for me, and I still had that dream, and my whole goal when I started wasn't for me, and wasn't like I want to fight. Wasn't one of those kind of guys.
Yeah.
But I had a particular set of skills, and I thought, if I can make it far enough, maybe I can set my family up where they don't have to grow up like I did when I was younger and struggle, and we got money set away for college, and I think it's hard to say an amateur, it's not like you take a fight, you win, you're going to UFC, but you got to have goals, and you got to have long-term goals, and you got to have short-term goals. Obviously, that's the long-term goal, but you got to have short-term goals that build up to that. And that's what I think about every time I fought. It's like, God, I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm really gonna let this motherfucker take that from me. Like, I'm really gonna. That's what always motivated me, and that's why kept me motivated.
See, this is one of those things. I'm going to touch on a few things that you had said, because when you had said getting a job, getting paid a little bit more money, to the people that don't know, like, that is a broke, starving fighter's best fucking friend, is a job that pays them well enough to where they can continue to put money into something that may or may not ever make them any money. You know what I mean? It's so hard, especially like as an amateur. And you were saying that you got into this because you wanted to potentially make something for your family. I mean, you have a particular set of skills, and wrestling and punching people in the face just happen to be those skills. And this is the perfect place to display that. And ultimately, yes, like as a pro and 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 even as a big ticket seller, as an amateur, you have an opportunity to make money. But with your situation that was playing out beforehand, you didn't say this isn't your words, but just training costs money, gas costs money, and it's illegal to get paid for an amateur fight. So it was costing more money than it was helping. Well, now you got a job. You're up in St. Cloud 2 weeks or 2 days out of the week or something. I think that's what you said. So. Yeah. And then, so that, and is that for your job that you're up in St. Cloud?
Yeah. So I travel all over. I'm up in Morris, Starbucks, to Monticello, to St. Joe, St. Cloud. I'm in Wilmer, Brenville. I drive like 1,100 miles a week.
Okay. But it's the job that allows you to be up there. So it's like basically you're getting paid to drive up to St. Cloud. You can sit up there and train and then come home and it's not your gas money. It's not like, dude, that's a dream situation. And to be in a situation like that, to make a return, like timing, dude, I'm not a religious guy, but I do believe in a higher power. I believe like there's something greater acting, on us and everything. I'm like, with this type of situation that's playing out for you, man, that's amazing. And I guess coming out of retirement, you retired as an undefeated amateur. I'm not saying that I would necessarily want you to go pro right away. I would hope that you would take a few amateur fights just to get back into the swing of things. But is the plan on the return? How do you see it going? Do you see yourself taking a few amateur fights and then going pro, or taking it slow, just kind of just getting back into the swing of things, and then if becoming pro presents itself, then you take it? Or is it something that you have mapped out already right now?
I've been talking to my brother about it. We decided that he's going to start managing me. And we're still discussing it, so we're a ways out yet.
Okay.
So I wasn't really planning on announcing it yet, but I got a message yesterday asking if I'd, say happy birthday for Trash Talk. So I was like, well, could I announce I'm coming out of retirement? Wasn't really, planning on now, but it was good timing. Yeah. And so as of right now, I am dealing with some knee issues. I've always dealt with knee issues. So I dislocated my right knee in my 7th grade year. Then I got in a bad car accident in 2013 where I had a motor slammed into my knees and screwed my knees up real bad. But I've always just dealt with it. Well, then this year during wrestling, I started coaching with Wilmer, where I wrestled in high school. And I partially tore my ACL on my right knee in October, training up at the college, and then my left knee in January. And so we're trying to let this heal. I got a bad bone bruise on both knees, and I got a bunch of scar tissue behind my kneecaps, and my kneecaps aren't tracing back and forth like they should be. So I've got a brace, and then got to do physical therapy to retrain them to go back where they're supposed to go. But I won't be ready to go until October. That's when I got the okay. I'm still gonna do the upper body stuff, but no kickies, or stuff like that. No knee bars.
So with you saying all that knee stuff, it's like, are you trying to give your opponents a target? I'm sorry, I'm just being an asshole.
Yeah, it's like come and get it. I can tell you my play, but can you stop it? Damien said it best. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I ain't posted all my fights on my MMA page, so they don't even have to scroll for them anymore. Just go to my MMA page. If you're really looking for stuff, you can find whatever, dude. Find all my flaws. Find them.
I dare you.
There's a lot.
I think that goes for everybody, whether you're looking to fight him or not. During this time with lack of content, go to Cody's MMA page and look at these fights, because that's kind of what I was going to get into. Damien mentioned, I'm going to stop swearing and saying the R word. When you went on pause last year, you were consensus #1. You were the original Trash Talk #1 ranked fighter at 155. And it was unanimous across the board for all local and Midwest rankings. And you took the time away. Obviously, things have changed in this last year. Damien kind of hinted on what are you looking at doing here, but on the broad scale of things, you mentioned you might not be back till October, maybe November. But in the weird situation we're in, we're knocking on wood that we're going to have fights by then. I mean, obviously, bigger stage, bigger sports are going to get going here soon. But locally, we're hoping fights get going here as soon as possible. But there's an off chance might not be until that point. Do you think that benefits you the longer everything's on pause? I mean, obviously, the healthier you're going to get. And the second part of that question, for these fans that are nearsighted, because we all know MMA's a what have you done for me lately, what can the fans expect from Coty Milhausens coming back into the cage? What style of fight are you looking to bring? And I mean, I'm not going to say who are you trying to fight, but who are you trying to fight?
So, will it benefit me? I'll start with that one. I think it would, just because no one's getting better right now. Most people are, I mean, there are guys out training and stuff, but not with your coach. You're not, getting the hands-on physical. I'm sure they're still doing work. I know like Brock's doing online workouts with the start guys. I'm not part of that, but they're doing that. So, yeah, they're still getting training and stuff, but it kind of puts them on pause and lets me catch up a little bit. As far as what am I looking for, I know Davey called me out on my page. I would love that fight. I would love that fight as an amateur for the title. As a pro, I'd like to see him, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to see us 3, 4, 4-0 fight each other and make it mean something, and maybe put that one of us too, in a Bellator or UFC, a fight like that, or big fight on LFA.
Yeah.
If he wants to do it as a debut, I'm always down. I know Ben Pearson, he gets kind of mad when two good prospects fight each other right off the bat. He likes to build each other up and then fight each other. So I know, I remember when he was Sam Hernandez and I think when Angel fought, he was saying something like that. Why are these guys fighting right already? Let them build each other up and then fight. And I think I'm gonna take an amateur fight, but it's got to be LFA or one of Driller's fancy green belts. I want the green belt, not the black one.
Yeah.
Or maybe our combat's belt. Casey Goulet lost to Dustin Klapernick, who I dominated. I'd take that belt. Or I'd go out to Three River Throwdown and take their belt too. So I'm either a prize fighter or LFA fighter.
Oh,
That's
man.
what my plan is as far as that. I've been pretty faithful with Driller, so I hope they get, I'd fight for a nice flashy green belt. And then we'll see from there, if it's one fight, then go pro. Depend. I don't really believe in ring rust, but, knocking off the cobwebs a little bit. Just getting back in the swing of things, because, the last year and a half, I haven't, all I've done is really wrestle. So I have made a few boxing practices. I did make it up to start maybe 3 times. I mean, 3 times in a whole year. So it's not like I've, gotten any better. Let's just say that. We got to get back in and get that, range of motion back. And
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that we had talked about the last time, because I guess this is the 3rd interview, I want to say. It could be the 4th, but I want to say it's the 3rd interview that we've done with you so far. And the last time we were talking about, this is the 4th, because the first one we did was with you transitioning over to being a commissioner. And I think the next one was the rules and all of that stuff. But we were talking commission stuff the last time we were talking with you. And how does that play in and work out? Are you still going to be a judge for the commission if you're an active fighter, or do you? Yeah. So like, yeah. I mean, I don't think that there's too much of a conflict of interest, because they already. I mean, for the fans and people that don't know, let's say I train. I mean, well, I do train at Valhalla, and I'm a judge, and one of my fighters from Valhalla is fighting. Well, I can't judge his fight. They're going to replace me with somebody else, regardless if I'm such an honorable guy, have all this integrity in the world, like it may be true, but you know what? Let's just get out. Let's just take you out of there anyway. Like that's the most part. So it
That's what
already,
they done with me
yeah,
before.
yeah. So it already works like that anyway. Now let's say you're judging and you're an active fighter. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to be a judge. Maybe they take you out of judging the fights at the 155-pound division just because, oh, fuck this guy, just to take out all of that. But like otherwise, I don't see it being a problem. Have you heard anything about it?
I haven't told Matt, so don't take him this interview.
Hey, Matt, shoot me a message and let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily no one watches this, so I think we'll be good to go.
Yeah, like I said, this happened so fast. I wasn't gonna announce this till this pandemic was over, and I wasn't trying to steal the highlight off your birthday thing or anything, but I thought, God, it's good time
Yeah.
to throw a punch at the 155-pound division. Just,
Yeah.
I mean,
like
say
me
you
anyways.
didn't
Might as
wanna-
well just be an asshole. I mean, fuck it.
I love it. I mean, you say you didn't want to mess anything up. You came in firing shots, and the show's called Trash Talk for a reason. So I'm gonna eat that up. I love it.
You delivered. It was perfect. I'm like, it was one of those things where like it's not like you stole any thunder, dude. You gave us thunder. That was like fuck yeah, because like you said that yesterday, and we're doing an interview with you about it today. Shit, we need this shit.
Yeah, especially at a time where there's nothing to talk about. You're giving us something to talk about. I feel like this might ripple the water a little bit.
Yeah, I threw a shot. I like to throw a shot at those guys and stuff, but I like all those guys. Like Davey used to train with us. Okay, I'm just gonna go out and say that's who I was throwing the shot at, Davey.
Yeah. Well, dude,
I vouched for Davey before, like before he even fought for Driller. Like I was telling Jeremy about him. Like, dude, you gotta watch this guy. He's good. He's good.
That's one of those things. Like with being in the position that me and TJ are in, it's like we're in the perfect position to instigate, But I don't believe in that shit. That's bitch ass, coward ass, hoe ass shit. Like we used to fucking beat motherfuckers' asses for like trying to instigate fights. Like I'm not even joking. Like there was this guy, like, oh my God, fucking me and Deontay in middle school. This dude was like, this kid Coty was trying to, no, he was trying to, he was like back and forth, like, hey, he said this, hey, he said that, he said this, he said that. I'm like, dude, you want me to fight him? It's like, well, it'd be a good fight. And I remember beating his ass, like, because he was trying to instigate. And then, like, I just, like, I don't respect that. Me and Deontay fought too. We fought like a little bit after that, but like, I'm going to go fight Deontay and then I'm going to beat your ass for instigating it because I didn't even know what he said until you came and told me that he said it. Why are you trying to build this and make something or whatever, right? Like, so, and I hate that style of reporting because I feel like that's all like relying on like clickbait and stuff like that, So you mentioned the fight. I didn't mention shit. I'm just going to mention now that I actually love that fight. That's a really good fucking fight. That I would love, like, because Davey had told me that he's interested in going pro after he had won the title. Yeah. I would love to see him defend the belt against a former champion and then possibly go pro. Or if you guys were to just meet up 4 or 5 fights deep as pros, whichever. The fight excites me. I don't care when I see it. I would just love to see it. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And
there's 3 top tier 55 pounders in my opinion. There's Davey, there's Noah, there's me. We're all former champ. Or Davey's a champion. Noah's a former champion, and I'm a former champion. And I feel like like that Noah Davey fight. I'd love to see that go again. Yeah. Maybe not right away. That's not why. Let them build the records up, then fight. And they're 4 or 5-0, and you get on a big stage. Maybe that could be the fight that puts you in the big show. And so why waste that fight on your debut? Like I said, I'd take that fight as, an amateur for a title for sure.
Yeah.
But as a pro, that I think it would be stupid on both of our parts to do it right off the bat. Let's build each other up, and then when we got some momentum, then we fight each other. But as an amateur, if we want to roll it, then I'm down to clown.
Man, but Damien said it best. He goes, I mean, this isn't something that I thought about until 20 minutes before this. When you sent the message last night, my mind started rumbling a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm down for that fight. Whether that fight takes place as an amateur at the pro level, I mean, it's a great fight, and this is what it's about. It's providing the platform for you to speak your mind. So I love it.
Don't happen, whatever.
Yeah.
He wanted a pro debut. I just think that'd be stupid. I just, for both of us.
Yeah, I agree. Like the building up, the factor, like we're all in this for the end game. Like we're all trying to get something out of it, and there's ways to maximize it. Like, oh yeah, I want to prove I have heart. I want to prove I have spirit. I'll fight anybody. Yeah, fuck that. The people that convinced you that was a good idea are fucking using you. Do what's right for you. Build yourself up. Make the fucking money. And I'm not just talking to you, Cody. I'm talking to everybody that's fucking listening right now. Do it the smart way, And I guess before we start to wrap this up, I got one final question. If Davey decides to stay an amateur and actually he accepts the fight with you, do you think that you would want to take a fight before fighting for the title, or do you think that he will make the claim that you've been out for a year, you should have to fight before challenging for a title? It's not the same as the UFC with pro titles and stuff like that. It's not that amateur titles don't mean anything. It's that it's different. It's not like oh yeah, you need to win 10 fights in a row before you get a title shot. Like most people don't even have 10 fights as an amateur. You know what I mean? So do you think that he would want you to fight one more fight before challenging him, or do you think that you would want to fight one more fight before challenging him?
Either or, but I don't think he'd wait. He's ready to go pro. So
yeah,
this pandemic may be buying me a little time on that end. If he would take one more amateur fight, but I don't think he would wait for me to take an amateur. Then it'd be February, March, or the next round comes. Next.
Okay, I'm gonna problem solve. I'm gonna problem solve right now. Because he wants to stay amateur. He defends the belt against somebody else. The same night you make your, and then you two both win. And yeah, he might still want to pro, but just hang back for one more fight. But yeah, I don't know. Just throwing out suggestions, not trying to pressure anybody into doing anything. I'm just, fuck, dude. I would love to see that fight.
Yeah. No, that, like I said, I'd take it as if he wanted to run it in December, that'd be fine with me. If he doesn't want to do it, then we'll just see each other down as a pro. Unless they throw me a bone when I'm pro. I don't like taking those kind of fights. I always ask for the toughest guy. When I fight. But if they threw me, say names. I won't say names. If they threw me at the pro debut, I think that'd be a good enough warm up fight. I'd do it as a pro.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you a hint. He knows who he is. He called me out after I retired, little bitch. Fuck him. Fuck you. I'll fight his ass.
Is it
pro.
Mike Wall?
What?
No, I'm joking. I said, is it Mike Wall? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
That just popped up on my timeline too. I'm sorry.
I know
I threw that in there, but yeah.
No, that's great. And I mean, wherever it is, wherever we see you next, hopefully it's soon. Sooner than later. This whole nonsense. But before we do wrap it up tonight, I always like to give that open platform just to give any shout outs, teammates, sponsors, anybody outside the gym that's been there for you over this last year of being on pause, because again, we're avoiding the R word. And the platform is yours, sir.
Well, I already got messages today about sponsorship, so I already got officially my first sponsor now. Pep Sports Bar, or Pep Sports Bar, Pep's Barber, and Relentless Inc. Stepping up, being the first sponsor for me. I'm in talks with someone else, pretty big right now, but we'll wait until that officially happens. My brother, he's gonna step up, be my manager. And then Angel Pacheco right now, he's already taken my fight film and is breaking it down, and he's already on top of that. I mean, we're a day in, he's already asking for film. So,
Dude, oh my God.
and
Love
then,
it.
Everybody at start, I'm coming back. So get ready.
I swear to God, if Angel, when Angel decides to retire, dude, he's gonna be a great fucking coach.
Oh, I know. No. You can even see in my fights, like if you watch my videos, like how much he's progressed as just sitting in the corner and what he says and
Yeah.
detail he goes into and in between each round and stuff. Like he's a pretty damn good corner, man.
Hell yeah. Man. All right. Well, Cody, fuck, man. We love having you on.
Yeah.
What?
I think I'm on a little bit of a delay. I thought you were about to say something. I was gonna say that we just love having you on, and TJ, take it.
Man, yeah, well, you're always welcome back, especially once we get more significant dates. Be sure to let us know. As for the fans, you know the drill by now. I'm going to say this rather bluntly and rather rudely. Like this video, subscribe to Trash Talk with Damian and TJ. Do not be a hoe.
Or else.